What is up, everybody? Welcome into another Bud Light game night. I want a little Herb Winches. Hello again, everybody.
I don't know what
Hello.
you did. That was very different.
Somebody looking in through the windows. What's up? They don't know who the crap we are.
Boy, we got a good crowd tonight.
Boy, don't we? It is a
Yeah.
Bud Light game night, special edition Bud Light game night. Out of season on a random Thursday in February.
Are we calling this Bud Light game night?
Bud Light game night,
Yeah,
baby.
why not?
Right there on the graphic, man. Bud Light game night.
There are games tonight. I gave out 5 plays tonight.
Including the St. Louis Battlehawks and the Seattle
You
Sea
gave
Dragons.
out an XFL play?
No, I did
Oh,
not.
whoa,
No,
okay.
I'm not
That's
there
just
yet.
one of the games.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
So we are at
I'll
Slice.
take Seattle tonight.
We're at the Crestline Slice
Oh, wait.
in the Mountain Brook area. This is the newest Slice location, and we're here with our friends at Bud Light. And it is every bit as good as any other Slice location. The food, phenomenal. We just had a hot mama and a little piggy.
That hot mama is so good.
No, we had a hot mama and a wing and a prayer.
Wing and a prayer. My apologies. You boys are killing some Bud Light, some Stella. And the place is packed, but you can still come out and join us at Slice Crestline. We've got a special treat here to start the show.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Who have you not seen in a while?
I have not seen
Elvis Presley.
not seen him in a while.
I
I haven't seen Brock Heward.
Brock Heward?
Hadn't been in the studio in a
No,
while.
he is not. He is not. Who else has not been in studio for a while that's normally there every day?
Oh, God. Somebody that I miss.
Yeah, somebody you
The
missed.
guys from down the
You miss
down
him.
the
Oh,
hallway.
yeah, the old First Bank guys.
You're the first
Yeah,
bank guys.
guys.
You love him. You know him. He is the rock star, Sean Henniger.
Hi,
Rockstar's here.
guys.
Taylor, look, Rockstar's here.
Hey, Taylor.
Rockstar's here, little T. Lean in and wave at him. There's
Lean
little T.
in, lean in. Wave at Rockstar.
Hey, little T.
Rockstar is with us from Barstow, California.
Bakersfield,
Bakersfield.
California.
Bakersfield is where, I might
Buck
be
Owens.
wrong on this. The best of times, Kurt Russell, Robin Williams. Was that in Bakersfild? Or was that Taft?
I'll have to look, but I'm going to tell
Or
you
was Taft
something.
first in Bakersfield?
I don't know. I just know that there is a lot of homeless people here. A lot.
Oh, really? Are they going to be at your show tonight?
I don't know. We just went to me and Ben, the guitarist, we walked to get Gatorade at a Rite Aid. When's the last time you saw a Rite Aid?
They've still got Rite Aids out there?
They do in downtown Bakersfield. So we went there and got a Gatorade. There was a homeless woman at the by the counter who we thought she was on the phone, but she wasn't. She was talking to herself about, you never hit an epileptic in the head because she can sue you and you can get up to 5 years in prison. And then she said speaking of prison, they keep pigeons in cages in New York.
That is a
Well, I mean,
fact.
No, they do.
those-
That is a fact.
Those two things totally seem connected.
That is a fact.
So that was what we
so-
experienced in Rite
Is
Aid.
that a Daniel Moore behind you?
I don't
Goal
know.
line stand on your shoulder.
There's one picture. That's the B-52s. They played this theater, and this is called the Historic Fox Theater in Bakersfield. And behind me, there's a picture. Kevin Hart's on there, Neil Young, but all these people, Johnny Cash, all these people that have played this venue. So that's really cool. And it was freezing when we got here today, like very, very cold. And tomorrow is the scary thing because we're doing a Queen show in Lake Tahoe, and there is supposed to be a big snowstorm on the way out there after Bakersfield tonight. I think it's about a 7-hour drive, and I am not excited about that. It's going to be really, really
Did
scary.
you say a Queen show? You guys are doing a Queen show?
We're doing a Queen show tomorrow night. It's a special something in Lake Tahoe. I don't know all the details. I just know that we're going to
What
be
color's
Mark,
your wig?
Mark Martell's going to be being the Mr.
Oh, is he going to be
Freddie
there?
Mercury. Yeah.
Oh,
Mark Martell.
well, hey, there's worse places to be stuck than Lake Tahoe.
What about getting to Lake Tahoe? Not being
Well,
stuck in Lake Tahoe.
It could be complicated. So there's snow between Bakersfield and Lake Tahoe is what you're telling us?
Well, the forecast is like 6 to 8 inches tonight, like in the middle of the morning, like probably 2 or 3 a.m. And so that's when we are going to be in the middle of our pursuit to Bakersfield, or to Lake Tahoe. And then we are in Sacramento on Saturday if we can get out of Tahoe. So
Well, that's
it's
the state capital. So
Good
by
job, Jim.
the, so by
Oh,
the way,
cool.
you haven't
some-
seen homeless yet. You
Uh,
think
this-
they've had homeless people in Bakersfield?
Wait till the state
Like,
capitol.
wait till you get to Sacramento.
I gotta have something to talk to the crowd about. So state capital is
Hey, who
got it.
else got a house here?
Drop
Yeah.
a little sack town, Rockstar.
What up,
Hey, sack town.
Sacktown? All right, Rockstar Hammer the Gatorade. Samuel says, Rockstar, he saw you at House of Blues in Dallas, and it's the best you've ever sounded. Thank you, Samuel.
I was going to say that. I don't know if it was him. There was a guy that was in the next round shirt. I saw him in the crowd, but he didn't stay for pictures because I was going to get a picture with him. But
man.
I saw dude had a logo shirt. I'm sure it was that guy. He had a logo shirt on. House of Blues was a fun place. This has just been tonight is number 9 in 10 days, and it wears on you, but it's fun, and it's you don't get a lot of sleep. You're always doing something. It's hard to. We were in Phoenix last night. I did not see one bit of Phoenix. We were in Tucson the night before, and the past 3 nights have been Albuquerque. Everything. Lance, were you a fan of Albuquerque?
Albuquerque was okay.
You have former family there.
Yeah, I do. I've still got a ex aunt-in-law, I guess is what you would call her.
A lot of
Is
time.
that how you would introduce her?
She's one of the judges in Albuquerque.
This is my ex-aunt-in-law.
So actually, she is the one that sends the Breaking Bad dealers to jail. But
well-
I don't know. I mean, I thought it was okay. Did you go to the doghouse?
No, everything. Actually, I think we passed it. Is it a hot dog place?
Yeah. It's just a
Yes.
standalone building.
Yeah, we passed it. It was Jess and Erica and I were walking around. We walked for about 2 miles, and every single building is tan or a little dark tan or a little off tan, and a lot of adobe, a lot of terracotta, and it's just very bland and not much to see. So we didn't want to do. We were going to go to what's it called? It's called Twisters, which is what Los Pollos Hermanos is from Breaking Bad. But there was one that was I think it was 10 miles away, and nobody wanted to do the Uber, and we didn't have enough
That's the
time.
restaurant it's based on? The restaurant
Yes.
is Twisters?
It's called Twisters. The exact location where they filmed the Gus Fring place, the Los Pollos Hermanos, is called Twisters. And I think Ben and a couple of them have been there before.
It seems like you've changed a little bit. You seem more worldly now than you did before you.
He's West Coast rock star.
Are you coming back to us?
Yeah. This is very taxing.
Yeah, you're
I'm
already tired. I can tell by listening to you. You're ready to be home.
Not ready to be home. It's just I'm still enjoying it, but it is very taxing. I knew it was going to be hard, but it is. I mean, we're going to keep trucking. I think we got maybe 1 or 2 more days off. It's just nonstop. That's the only thing is it's a show every night. You wake up in a different city in the morning, and you want to walk around, but you're like, every now and then you can get a 45-minute nap in the bunk before sound check or after sound check, skip dinner or something like that. It's just a lot, and your bedtime. It's going to be hard to readjust going back to work because you're going to bed so late, and you can kind of sort of sleep in, but your regiment changed. You have your internal clock is just completely changed. So I'm worried about that. But how have you guys been? How's Alabama basketball doing?
Yeah, little has changed on that front since you left, right?
Yeah.
They're still number 2 in the country.
No controversy whatsoever.
Oh,
Rob.
good.
Yeah.
Good to hear that.
You haven't missed anything.
Have you been able to listen to the show?
Yeah, I'm sure that's what he does.
I got him as a 5-1 underdog. He doesn't listen when he's at work.
Hey-o! I actually watched the final quarter of the Super Bowl. I watched it live. So eat it.
A lot of controversy in that game. I had already left.
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't see it
You
till
missed
next
all the
game.
controversy.
Yeah.
I saw the ghost of safety. I saw that the highlight reel that you
How
put
would
on
you roll
Facebook.
that? Just as a
What I would have done if I was Lunsford, what I would have done the next play, I would have taken the snap and run into the end zone for safety.
There was a lot of discussion about that apparently.
That's what I said.
But I'm not
I think
Lunsford.
Lunsford and Clay Travis were the only ones that thought he should have kept playing the way it was.
As Brown always says, that's not realistic. That game is not realistic. So who cares?
wow, he's dead on.
If ever my argument has been supported, Rockstar,
Yeah.
right there.
Hey, this is going to shock you. The only stake I've lost since you've been gone was in that Madden game.
Was it after the safety?
I'm 9 up, Rockstar. I'm 9 up. I was 10 when I lost that one.
Have you mentioned that you're 9 up on the air yet?
Oh, not at
God.
all.
We have a graphic open.
How's my man Tyler doing?
You know, I was going to compliment Tyler to Dunaway earlier. We were headed out here. We were meeting Lance down to the parking lot. And I'll tell him this to his face tomorrow. I'll say it on the show. So
I gave
everybody
him
gets-
a little fist bump in the hallway a couple of times today.
He's done a tremendous job. Tyler is
Good.
such a good kid. I think we've all grown to love Tyler. He's just quiet, goes about his business. He's funny. He's underrated funny, and
Yeah.
he's come out of his shell a little bit. It's
A little
good.
bit, yeah.
Just enough smart ass for you to like him.
That's
yeah.
right. That's right. He took some shots at Dunaway.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Welcome to the team.
Yeah, he's learned. He's learned. There's Reed. You want to say hey to Reed?
Hey, Reese, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, Reese.
Reese.
Hey, Reese.
Reese.
It's a new read too, man. He's very complimentary of all our work. He comes out of his office.
Loves
It's
Dunaway.
been really good.
Yep.
Yeah, he and I are getting along well. Gave me this
Good.
hat.
H-Town Tyga says epic blizzard in Southern California, Rocky, as low as 1,100 feet of elevation. So that's what you're headed into.
Yeah, it's
Are
gonna be
you
fun,
kidding
guys.
me?
Epic.
Yeah.
You're not going to get there. It's an epic blizzard. You're not going to get there.
Well, I mean, I just ride. I don't make the decisions. Like I think once you have there's a couple guys being flown in to play this show, so it's a they're gonna make everything they can to make this thing happen. So
Is
I'm
there
here for the ride.
a seat belt on your bunk?
No, you are. There's a curtain, a little privacy curtain. So when you shat yourself when you're so scared,
Got something to wipe with.
I think the curtain would probably hold up.
yeah,
Our friend Brett from New Mexico is coming to see you tonight.
Yes,
I
tonight.
saw that. Yeah, I'll see. He posted
He'll be
on will he be representing the brand? You think?
Well,
100%.
We have,
Yeah,
we
I
have
would
bets
think.
going on which shirt he may be wearing.
How you know he's not going to double up?
He wants to do the bass solo in the chain.
I'll see if I can arrange it. I think Heath would give it up just for Brett.
Is there a side? Do you need to go? I mean, you're like 4 hours of showtime, right? So we got plenty of time here.
Yeah, we're good right now. I'm okay. We were ahead of schedule today because we lost an hour coming from Phoenix. Or we gained an hour coming from Phoenix.
Have you had In and Out again?
No, we haven't been anywhere near one. I think Ben's the one that knows all the places for In and Out. There is a
You know what you'd like? Del
what?
Taco.
There is a Del Taco. There's a Del Taco up the street next door to a Taco Bell.
Okay, so the Del Taco.
We used to have that in Anniston.
Big
Here's
Taco
the
Bell.
great
That's
thing,
right.
and finally Taco Bell figured this out. Although it's limited time when Taco Bell does it, I used to love Del Taco. You get a cheese quesadilla, and they've got some of the best packet of salsas out there. But you can also get French fries. So you would love a meal of French fries and cheese quesadillas.
Okay, I think I'll do it. It's just up the street. I haven't had dinner yet. I'll probably wait a little longer. We had breakfast at some place called Lorraine's. Had a Belgian waffle and some sausage. So far, I don't know if I can't remember if I've talked to you guys since then. What do you think the best city for me has been?
What
we actually got to.
What do you mean for you?
Of all the tour stops, what do you think city I would have liked the most so far?
Have you been to Flagstaff?
No.
I think the one you've liked the most has been you've done Memphis, right?
No.
Right over the sea. No, you've done.
Okay.
You went
Right, yeah, just
Metairie?
Louisiana. You went
run through
Louisiana.
it. I'll bet you a steak I can get it before you're done away.
Metairie, Louisiana, Houston, Dallas,
Yeah.
San Antonio, Corpus Christi, Albuquerque, Phoenix, Tucson, and now Bakersfield.
I was going to guess San Antonio.
Dallas.
No, he did something different. There was only one city that he did something different, and he looked away, and it was Corpus Christi.
You didn't
No.
like Corpus Christi. You said it was a crap hole.
Corpus Christi was awful. Well, I didn't go far from the venue. Was isolated from somewhere with so many places. You'd have to get into an Uber to see places.
It was isolated from society.
I say it's Dallas.
San Antonio. San Antonio. We were right on the Riverwalk. Like it's literally where our bus parked was on the Riverwalk. But I've never seen a place because it was a Friday night when we played. I have never seen a city so crowded. And they were doing the Mardi Gras thing. I had no idea it was Mardi Gras. They were doing the beads and the little boats on the Riverwalk and everything. And it's just that was such a cool city. The Alamo, Dunaway is a little underwhelming. That was within like a quarter mile of the venue, but it was so cool to walk around that place because there was a Ben and Jerry's there. There's ice cream places. Every place is. They have a couple Mexican joints you can go to, but I just thought that was the liveliest city that we actually got to walk around within the vicinity of the venue. And
Are
it's
the
great.
Grove as fat as Charles Barkley says they are?
There were not a lot of attractive. It's very eclectic, a very homogenized group of people there. Like there's every race and all over the place. Like it was very interesting, but I thought that was a cool city. That's one of the ones that we actually got to walk around. Albuquerque was not super impressed with. I went to a movie theater to see Knock at the Cabin because there's nothing else to see. And it wasn't that great, but
Hey, Cocaine Bear dropped today, by the way.
no interest.
No,
Oh,
you've
I
got
will.
to see it. It's going to be a cult.
It really will be a
It
cult.
will, I know it will. But I've never had this before. I went to the counter to get my ticket. Unlike Brown, I paid for a ticket, and I said I wanted a medium popcorn. They said, "Well, our large is our medium." I was like, "Of course it is." And so, I know. And then he just gives me an empty bag, and so I was like, and then he gives me a bottle of water, and I was like, what am I supposed to do? He's like, oh, the dispenser's right there. Go over there. And you turn around, you open your bag and you put it under a thing and you just press a button like a Coke machine and popcorn just falls out and fills the
I mean,
the
our
bag.
society- I sound
Way
like Lance, but our
Yeah.
society's got
So lazy.
We're trying to get
So
we're trying to
freaking lazy.
we're trying to get rid of all the employees.
I mean,
It's
our
true.
society got
But
so
you had to do
lazy.
you had to do your own butter. There's another button, press the button. There's another point if you want to press extra salt, and like then you just
Now
go
the
into
button-
the theater.
Could
That was
one of
great.
them be like kettle or caramel or cheese?
No, they didn't have. I think they had another station with that, but it's that was so cool. Like it was this huge glass vat of just popcorn, and you just put your bag in and hit the button, let it fill.
Was it stale or was it good?
No, it was good. It was fresh. It was good.
Do you have,
Movie, not so much.
do you have fajitas in San Antonio?
What did I have in San?
No,
I have.
fajita.
We were talking earlier today. The fare we have had the most, of course, is Mexican. I think I had Mexican in Albuquerque. Oh, you want to
One
know?
of us could eat
I could
It
eat
was-
it.
I
every
could
day.
eat it.
I didn't know this either. Have y'all ever heard of Voodoo Donuts?
Oh yeah,
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 in
yeah.
Portland.
They're huge. Yeah.
There was one. There was one in San Antonio. The line at 3:00 in the afternoon looked like it was about an hour and a half long. It went through a block and a half, and I was just walking. And I was like, "Who wants a donut that bad?" So I don't know if they're that good. I didn't even want to try. But a lot of places were like that in San Antonio. Was packed. So guess what I had in San Antonio? Spicy chicken sandwich from Whataburger.
Oh God!
Get that anywhere.
You know what was the?
Rockstar saving that per diem.
see, that's right.
You remember-
Everything was
remember
packed.
You remember the old Alamo Dome where the Spurs played?
Oh yeah.
And they had a taco sponsor that was like pink and turquoise.
Yeah.
For it.
Big tacos.
No.
No, no.
Oh, Dunaway.
I remember the court.
taco before.
It's a real taco place.
Yeah.
It
pink-
is, but that's how it's sponsored.
There's one in Miami and one in Vegas that
I
I've
know
eaten
what
at.
Lance is talking about, but I can't say it. Somebody will hit it in the chat room. Landmine Believer says, Rockstar, your voice has gotten better over the years. He's been listening for about 10 years.
Wow.
No,
Oh, your balls finally dropped.
he was good when I started listening, but he is all caps really good now. Now, Landmine Believer, Dunaway thinks.
That's a great Dunaway compliment right there.
Yeah.
Hey, you've actually got pretty good.
Yeah. You're not as fat as you used to be. You're still fat, but
I've known
Not
you
that
13
much.
years. You've been really good the last couple.
plus this has been rinse and repeat. It's just the same thing every night. And I hope I can, but it's battling congestion and stuff like that is just one of the biggest fears. I take vitamin C every day to try to, because we're not even in the middle of it yet. I think we'll hit.
You do that
Go
bull
ahead.
ring thing every night on that little musical interlude. You look at the girl
Yeah.
around the stage and y'all
We
move
tried to-
around like y'all
we
get
tried to-
fight.
Well, we do. I have a new introduction thing. I get on Patty's riser. He's the guitarist that's to my left on a riser, and I get up with him. And on one song, I've been doing a big jump to go into the second chorus because when you think rock and roll and jumping, you think Fleetwood Mac.
Oh, yeah.
Wonder if
Yeah,
you
so-
blow your knee or
That's
ankle.
right. Don't do that.
Well,
Roll
that's-
your ankle or popping a key.
That's what I was concerned about last night because most stages are wooden. Last night was a concrete slab in Phoenix. It was one of the best backstages we've ever been through. The stage, it was reminding me of Iron City, a little bigger, but the backstage area was a huge lounge that had a piano in it. It had a record player with jazz records. It had a library. It had a typewriter that said, "Welcome to Black Jacket Symphony for coming to the Van Buren Center." Had a beer tap with an IPA or something in it. Had a cold brew for coffee. They were super nice. It was one of the nicest venues. And there's some venues that you have to go like in a cellar down these steep stairs, and it's just like a couch, and there's no doors, and there's like a pot, and there's 12 of us. So it's just last night was better than most.
Hey, has anybody in the crew gotten arrested yet?
Yeah.
Not that I know of. Not
Is
that
it
I
really
know of.
rock and roll? The answer.
Well,
is no.
I mean, that's what I was going to ask. I mean,
No.
you guys are on a cross-country tour, and I would assume that somebody playing the odds, city to city, out drinking at night, somebody's going to get
You
arrested.
think somebody's smoking the weed?
No, we
yeah,
don't. We don't.
probably forgive
We
them
don't
for
have
most-
enough time. We don't have enough time to go to bars unless it's an off night. So everybody drinks on the bus afterwards and does their
Wow,
stuff on the bus.
Have you seen
Unless
any
it-
uncomfortable confrontations on the bus?
Not yet, but we are getting because I think you have your bedroom is your bunk, so that's your privacy area. And I think that you get to the point where you get to a venue. There's some guys that wake up at 7 a.m, but we don't have access to the venue till like 11. So they like walk around to a coffee shop or something like that, get on their phones, and then you kind of go your own way to kind of separate. That's why I went.
Play on
You
words.
like that? You don't want to stop, but I usually, that's why I went to the movie at Albuquerque. I was like, I just want to get away from everything. And, it's nice seeing everybody, but we're with each other nonstop. And I'm sure we're all getting on each other's nerves.
So 16. I mean, are you on the edge of 17 yet?
Oh gosh,
Oh,
no
wow.
way.
This is tonight is crazy. Tonight is show number 9 on this West Coast run. And then I think this is actually, since we started, this is show 25, as opposed from January 6th is when we started. So this is show
still
number
a show
25.
you look forward to doing, even after all these shows?
It all depends on the crowd. It really does.
Oh,
Like these past 3 nights, the crowds were fantastic. Edge of 17, it's just the one that blows everybody away for some reason. Like that's the
really
highest
good.
energy.
It's really good. Yeah.
And then when we give out tambourines during Little Lies, that's always fun.
Yeah.
Benjamin wants to know if anybody's thrown their panties on the stage yet. Does that happen?
Tidy Whitey's a couple of those, but we gave them back.
Yeah.
They didn't
Wait till you
fit.
get breaths tonight.
Yeah, I don't think this generation needs.
Oh, you don't think so, Lance? Makes them easier to throw on the stage then.
Mm.
H-Town Tyga says he was living in Hoover. He met you at Odie's, and he knew you were uber talented back in 2010 through 2014. So
So
he
that's a
already-
compliment.
That
That's
is
a
a
compliment.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that.
Michael says you were impressive on the piano. I didn't know you played.
I play chords. I don't play. What was really cool last night, I wish we videotaped it. We were videotaped it. Jeez. Recorded.
Dunaway.
Jess, I don't know if y'all know the show, the Gary Jules version of Mad World. It's a Tears for Fears song. Jess was playing on the piano, and I was singing it, and I thought it was really cool because she knew the piano riff to it. So
You did that on the show?
No, we just did it in the dressing room, or the green room, just because you have time to kill, and everybody wanted their turn at the piano. It's just nice to have a little piano to play something different.
Record that. I'd love to hear that.
We don't have that. Yeah, that was last night. There's not a piano here tonight.
Yeah, next time. Now you got a lot of
Next
shows.
time
left.
Next time there's a piano in a venue, we'll do it.
Till Jess, it's for me.
Tell Jeff. Hold on. Tell Jeff. Okay, got it.
So, how many more days are you Xing them on a calendar?
I am. I have to. I don't think I have it on my. It's on my phone. We got a lot.
What day you're
Still
back
up.
with us?
I think we have a show on March 13th, and I think that is the last show. But then we got to travel back that night, so we'll be back on the 14th. Nancy has a calendar, has a little countdown clock thing, and she keeps telling me like we're in the teens finally. And I was like, please, that means nothing to me right now.
That's gotta hurt. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
I'll tell her stop checking it. She needs to stop checking it.
No, I'm going to go take Nancy to dinner one night. Maggie and I will. Maybe all of us can go.
Yeah,
take
we really
Nancy to
should.
dinner.
Yeah, we should do that. Would she go with us?
Yes, she'll go. She's looking for stuff to do. She's got a child that is absurd and won't sleep and everything. So
I know
You're
she's
good.
with my family tonight, but I was going to ask you this. Guess where we're going next week is the show.
If you can guess this,
okay. All right.
just think.
Not-
think
No.
We're at Johnson RV Center tomorrow. in
tomorrow.
Coleman.
Yeah, tomorrow afternoon.
So if that's
Johnson.
tomorrow, if you're at Johnson RV tomorrow, I would go as a celebration, kind of kicking into the SEC tournament kind of thing. I would go to Floribama. That's just me.
There you go. You got it, Rocky.
Yes.
Is that where y'all going?
Oh, yeah,
How many
we're going
days
to
do you think
Bama.
there? One?
I bet
Two?
you two. I bet you guys are there for one. Lance has to scout this place out to make sure everything's going to be connected. All the wall outlets work. So he'll be there 6.
I got to put stickers up.
That's right.
I know
Who's
you
gonna
do.
be- No,
Nobody else is going to do that.
Hey,
the next hurricane that blows by there, the only thing that'll still be standing is our stickers.
it'll be holding the joint up. This wall would have fallen and not for these stickers. Hey, Clay on Facebook says Rockstar, he grew up in Central Florida with a guy named John Kulidnich. He's a Birmingham guitarist. Do you know him?
I do not.
Sorry to put you on the
Litton.
spot.
I don't know. I'm sorry.
There you
Clay's a good guy. He's down in 30A. Listens to the show down there.
go.
Hey,
Kulidnich.
Clay.
Clay.
John
Okay.
Kulinich.
John Kulidnich. Don't know him.
No,
Don't know him.
I don't think so.
I saw, you know what? We're at Slice, by the way, the new Crestline location tonight.
Give us a thumbs up.
Wonderful pizza. Give us a thumbs up. But there was a guy legit walking around with a Telluride T-shirt on earlier.
Oh, the band, not the city?
The
It
band?
did look like the band, not the city.
I think they just celebrated another anniversary, like another milestone. I think because they've been together for forever. They still do these anniversary shows. It's incredible.
You all right?
I'm good.
Oh.
How are you?
Landmine Believer says it's really awesome a rock star's wife to let him do one of his dreams. So you want to
Yeah,
talk about Nancy?
she has been amazing. She's the one that, I've always wanted to do it. The opportunity never presented itself. And when I brought it up to her, I was like, either it's going to go like this. My wife's going to shut it down, and then it doesn't matter because my job is going to shut it down too. So there's no point. And when I brought it up, she immediately said, you have to go. And I said, no. I was like, we're going to have a 10-month-old at the time. But I'm gone. And she says, well, I don't want to be the one responsible that you're going to see all these social media posts of all these people that the guy who replaced you and how much fun and how much all the pictures they're going to show of all these different cities and that you woulda, coulda, shoulda, and I didn't let you. And so I thought that was amazing of her to say that. But the second thing was the job, because it is a big task to miss this much of your 9-to-5 job, so to say. And not have any vacation days because this pretty much wipes out our vacation for the year. But she's totally understanding. Well, it's true. What would y'all say if I got back going? All right, we're going to the beach for a week. Peace.
Give it a couple months. I mean, July, fine. I mean, give it a few months.
But no, I totally understand like that. I thank you guys so much for being patient with me and allowing me to do this and not giving me hell for it. It's been very supportive, especially with Nancy and you guys. So mad respect.
Well, I've told you many times, there's only one person we miss when he's gone, and that's me.
All right, Roxanne, just a couple quick questions.
Sure.
And then you can, let's see. Steven says, what's the most underrated song of the show?
Big Love.
Nice.
It's a solo with Ben and I that he does. The guitar playing is next to impossible. Singing is hard, but the guitar playing, and just to know that Lindsey Buckingham does both at the same time is just incredible to me. It's just a nice, intimate song that I love performing with him because I get to witness the crowd ooh and ah when they hear him do the bridge when his fingers are going ballistic when he's finger picking on a nylon guitar. And then, of course, Landslide hit. You said underrated. I love World Turning because I get to do. There's a lot of stuff involved. There's a drum solo. There's a Simon Says with Ben and I with guitar and vocals, and Say You Love Me with a banjo. It's cool.
What's the chorus of the one before the last one? The one before the banjo one, the one you said where
World Turning.
Yeah. What's the chorus?
That's the one where it's World Turning. I'm not going to sing it.
Yeah, he's got to save that for the show.
It's a duet between me and Erica, and that's the one where I tell the stupid joke about if you look at the band, everybody has long hair.
Birmingham, you didn't get a whole lot of laughs on that one. I thought it'd
it's a hit or miss. Last night,
what is the joke?
Maggie Dunaway laughed a lot, but of course she had been hitting the wino.
Well, last night I changed it. Well, every person in this band, there's 8 of us on stage. Every single one of us has long hair, like past shoulders. Every single member of the band. So I always say that we live by code. We have to wear black jackets, and I didn't get the memo, but everybody's supposed to have long hair. So last night I changed it up. I said, we've been on the road together for a week and a half, and we're trying to have a signal of solidarity. And last night in the bus after the show, we decided, let's do it. We're going to do it. Tomorrow morning, everybody, we're going to shave our heads. And only one person went through with it. And you get one little, so, it's better than silence.
With that color of his beard, when they were in Santa Fe, he could have come out with the mean Walter White. What was that character?
Walter White.
Walter White.
No, you're thinking about Heisenberg.
Yeah.
Also,
like him, we've had that hat on.
Lance, you'll love this one. It made me laugh really loud. We do these pictures with the meet and greet after the show, and an older lady, probably she's in her 60s. She was of Hispanic descent. She said, "You look like somebody. You look like a celebrity." And it's Jess and Erica, and I go, "I know Brad Pitt." And she's like, "No." I said, Leonardo DiCaprio? She's like, no. Jess is laughing. And then she says, he's in that movie with Jennifer Lopez. I was like, that narrows it down. I said, Ben Affleck. And she said, no. And then she goes, he's bald. And I go, please, God, don't tell me it's Jason Statham. She goes, yes, you look just like Jason Statham. So
what movie has Jason Statham been in with Jennifer Lopez?
I don't know, but I was like, that is awesome. I can't wait to tell my coworker because he is going to totally agree with you with that. That I look like Jason Statham.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're kind of built like him.
Yeah. Yep.
I think you could probably be an action star.
I know I could.
All right, Rocky. So show is what, about 4 hours away?
3.5.
3.5.
He's going to a little Del Taco.
Go get a little Del Taco.
Yeah, let me know what you think of Del Taco. I think you'll be a big fan.
I'll see if anybody wants to join me or if I'm going to walk solo. It is not fun walking alone in this neighborhood, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's very
Here in the restaurant, Amy, Haley, and Emma say hello.
Hey, girls.
Amy, Haley, and Emma. Yeah, there you go. Rockstar popular in the old restaurant here.
Always.
All right, Rocky.
We'll see you
Have
soon,
a good
man.
show.
You
Take
guys
care.
have fun. Take tomorrow off if y'all want to.
All right,
Reese said it was
done.
okay.
Yep.
All
Thank
right.
you.
All right. See you guys. Bye.
That's Rockstar from California, where it is snowing. We are not in snow. We are at Slice, the Crestline location, brand new location, newest location of Slice. If you've never had Slice Pizza, make it a point to get Slice Pizza at any of their locations. But this Crestline location is so cool. We're here with Bud Light for Bud Light Game Night. Thank you for joining us on YouTube. Make sure you give us a thumbs up there. Share it wherever you're watching us on social media at Next Round Live. Make sure you have liked and subscribed our YouTube channel. Set your alerts so you know when we are live.
Well, let's do some work on the air real quick. Just something, we always think about different studios or something we can build out in our new office. The wood paneling behind you, how does that look on the air?
Nah.
No, you don't like that?
A little too tree.
Yeah.
A little too woody.
For our studio.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't talking about the studio. Maybe a side studio.
Maybe a side studio.
Little side piece.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe not.
Lance is. I don't know if you can tell. Lance does not like it.
Okay, so no to the no to the tree look.
Yep. Lance wants an orange wall.
An orange wall?
Oh no, you have very unique taste in clothing and design. It's a compliment. It's a compliment.
I think that
Sounded
a
like
tree is pretty unique, right?
I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
It's
so,
the first
too.
time I've ever seen a tree on a wall.
Yeah. Wow, Dunaway was right. Bakersfield, home of Buck Owens.
How about that? Also, Dwight Yoakam, I believe.
I like Dwight Yoakam.
Wait, who is Buck Owens?
Buck Owens was Hee Haw. Didn't he play the red, white, and blue guitar?
Yeah, he was doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
How'd he do it, Dunaway?
Like that.
Yeah.
Hey, you said if you've never had Slice before, get by.
Yeah.
Randomly, and I told you this, you didn't hear this. The roommate's mom came to pick up Slice a minute ago. First time she's ever been here. Yeah.
I've never met her. I would love to have
That's
met her.
because she listens to the show every day, right? She knew we were going to be here tonight.
I don't think she's ever listened to the show.
Is that a negative?
Yeah, I don't think so.
She doesn't support the roommate?
I think she supports the roommate. I just don't think she's a fan of the show or she's never listened.
Hashtag support the roommate?
I mean, I would say the good majority of Birmingham probably has never listened to the show.
Wow, Lance.
No, I mean, of the 1 million people in the Metro Birmingham area, what percentage?
Well, 1.4, but go ahead.
1.4, I'm going to say, have ever listened to us at any time in our career.
Yeah, I would say that about 25 to 30% of Birmingham has.
I was going to go with that.
I would say whatever.
At some
So
point.
again,
I would say
the
whatever
majority has it.
400,000 is.
Okay, that's going to be the minority.
That's going to be 33%. I think 33% of the population.
Yeah, again, so I was right.
Yeah, no, Lance is correct. It just sounded very harsh. The way
Yeah, I
you
wouldn't
said it.
try to be like that. It's just
I know.
spewing numbers.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have any thing outside of Clay Travis talk?
Well,
on
I
here?
mean, there's not much Clay over
Okay,
here. I
we
think
have any
we
Clay? Any Clay talk?
We had a little bit, but it's nothing we need to get into. I don't think. I felt like we did that today on the show.
I heard we could go kick his ass at Walmart tonight at
Let's go.
6:45.
Let's
Is
go.
that- Oh, that's it. That's in 9 minutes, 11 minutes. We're not going to be there.
Jay Mose says that's a lot of potential listeners to win over. He's right. That's,
Yeah,
that's how you
agree.
look at it. You got a canvas there.
Is that J-Mo playing the role of Brown in the conversation?
That's right. Go positive, man. Glass half full. Jeff Holsombeck says, I watch your show every day. I even watch you at work. That really does mean a lot to us. Thank you, Jeff.
Yep.
We appreciate it.
Thank you, Jeff.
Michael says Sling Blade is a great movie.
It's unbelievable. It's one of my favorites.
How'd we get onto Sling Blade?
Dwight Yoakam.
Oh,
Yeah.
is he in that?
Oh, he was
Oh, yeah.
the by far the best part.
Meanest human being alive in that movie.
Oh, so he was the guy who liked his French fry potatoes with.
No.
It was the guy. No, I mean,
That's Billy Bob Thornton.
I know, but it was the guy who he lived with, right, or back behind his place.
It's Doyle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was eating the dinner with the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Doyle was unbelievable.
Doyle was
he played that part almost too well.
He really did. Yeah, you're right. You think it was a little art
Yeah.
imitating life is what you're saying? Yeah. That's a really, really good movie. Would you call that a cult classic? Did
I
it do
would.
well at the
No, it
theater?
did well. Yeah, so it won Best Screenplay. It was nominated for Best Picture. He was nominated for Best Actor. So
Yeah.
it was pretty mainstream. It was low budget, but it was consumed by a lot of people early on.
Okay, I'm going to step one too many on my Bakersfield artist, Jason Aldean.
He's from Bakersfield?
I don't know. I'm just asking.
I'm
I
going
don't
to
know.
doubt he's. I would play field.
Yeah, I'll take
Yeah.
the rest of
Well,
the country.
I went 2 for 2 on Buck Owens and Dwight Yoakam.
I mean, if you're too now, a lot of people are saying Dwight's from Tennessee. I think I think you might be wrong on Bakersfield, California.
I think he was raised in Bakersfield, California.
Landmine Believer says, Lance, that our number's too low there because we were the lead-in for Feinbaum for years, which is true.
Yeah, but I still think only about a third of Birmingham would consume Paul.
Yeah. I mean, our audience and Paul's audience were fairly close. I mean, Paul was going to have more because he was in afternoons. There's more people listening in the afternoons, but the audience is pretty close.
Again, give me the numbers.
Pikeville, Kentucky, by the way, is where Dwight Yoakam
Yeah,
is.
not
Not
even
even
close at all.
Give me what the numbers typically are for an Iron Bowl.
It normally Dunaway's going to have to help me with the numbers here. So Dunaway, Birmingham, Anniston, Tuscaloosa market, 1.4 million.
Yes.
And the Iron Bowl does normally like a 70 rating or share?
67 to 70 rating.
Rating.
Yeah.
So that's 70% of the population, right?
Right.
So there's about 250,000 watching it most of the time, 800,000. And at the end of the game, it's close to 1 million people watching it, which is pretty crazy if you think about that.
Yeah,
for an
so
Iron
I
Bowl.
would say about half of those people have
Yeah.
consumed us.
Yeah, I mean, if it's a really good game, you've got close to 1 million people. I think the end of the Kick 6 game, I think, is the highest rating they have on record for an Iron Bowl.
All right, that's very believable.
Yeah, so I think the end of the Kick 6 game probably Dunaway. Does that sound right? Probably kissed 1 million people, you think? on
I would go
42?
yes.
Yeah, which is insane to think about because I would say for that game, Lance, maybe 10 or 12 million people watched it nationwide, and 1/10 of them were in Birmingham, Anniston, and Tuscaloosa, or at least in that corridor. Well, that's crazy if you think of it that way.
Landmine Believer's got one of the best clothes.
Oh.
Practice. We don't need to F and practice, Randy.
By the way, Yoakam went to Ohio State, so nowhere close
No,
to
he didn't really.
Yeah,
That's kind of weird to me.
nowhere near Bakersfield. Moved to Los Angeles, California.
Well, so I didn't know this, but H-Town Ty Guy, boy, he's been hot in the chat right here. He says Bakersfield is the birthplace of country and western that led to the creation of ACM. Merle Haggard, Buck Owens, Marty Robbins, Dwight Yoakam, all part of Bakersfield sound. That way done
Dwight
right.
Yoakam. That's where I get
Yep.
it from. So he never lived there. It was just a Bakersfield sound.
Yeah, Jason Aldean, Macon, Georgia. I've eaten at Jason Aldean's restaurant in Nashville, which I know sounds random as crap. But I took my daughter and 2 of her friends. My wife and I took my daughter and 2 of her friends to the Dan and Shay concert. Now, I bet Lance, you probably heard of Dan and Shay, haven't you?
Yeah. So when we went to Taylor Swift,
Yeah.
the Reputation Tour 2018, they played Dan and Shay's Tequila literally 15 or 20 times before the
It's a good
show.
song.
It was like on
Yeah.
replay.
So we took my daughter and 2 of her friends, my wife and I did, to a Dan and Shay concert at Bridgestone, and we went to Jason Aldean's restaurant before that. Surprisingly good, Dunaway. Jason Aldean's. I mean, like if you see a restaurant named after a country music star, you're probably like, I don't know. That one was surprisingly good.
I can see that. I'm looking for famous people from Bakersfield. Frank Gifford, the great Frank Gifford. Remember him on Monday Night Football?
You know, Jim, I do remember Frank Gifford.
He's from Bakersfield.
Yeah.
A lot of people I don't know so far.
Oh, Michael is so incorrect. He says Dan and Shay, great value, Rascal Flats. Dan and Shay are much better than Rascal Flats.
David Benoit.
David Benoit's from
Yeah.
Bakersfield, California.
You
The Alabama
know,
great.
when we used to have Wentball, that was the one guy he couldn't find.
Merle Haggard.
Yeah.
David Benoit is MIA.
You remember Wimp?
Oh,
no,
David
he found
Ben-
him eventually. I think he put out an APB for him and found him.
Jazz pianist.
David Benoit, not the basketball guy.
Of course.
We still haven't found him.
Uh,
Buck Owens. of
Jeff
course.
asked, we'll do this for me and you, Dunaway. Brown, who is your favorite country singer? All time, I would probably go King George.
For me,
I'm going to. I mean, that's all time now. That's like history
Right.
of country music. I'd probably go George Strait
it's
or Garth Brooks. One of those two.
It is a It's a mood thing for me, depending on what mood I am. But right now, every time that I throw a Spotify playlist on riding down the road with the sunroof open, like when I was coming over here today, it is a playlist I have that is called Golf Mix 2. And it's just Golf Mix 2. There's nothing funny about it. And that has Eric Church, Morgan Wallen, and Zach Bryan on it. It's just all three. Every hit.
Like Lainey Wilson?
I do like her. She's a little hippie, but I like her.
You mean like hippie in her build? She makes fun of that herself.
Yeah, she does.
She owns the fact she's got a dump truck.
The dump truck. I like that.
You don't have favorite country music.
I mean, I guess Kelsey Ballerini. I don't know what she sings.
Let's go book by cover.
I mean, pure voice, probably Charlie Pride.
Charlie Pride. My dad loved Charlie.
Did he really?
Yeah. Kiss an Angel. Good morning.
Yeah, I do.
Kelsey Ballerini. I saw her for the first time on a New Year's Eve special.
Were you watching that? The
yeah.
one where
we didn't have volume on. I was like, holy shit, who is that?
The music note dropped in Nashville. Yeah, it was her, and I can't remember who the dude was.
Okay.
And
follow her or not?
El King. Who you?
Kelsey Ballerini.
100% you do.
100%.
100% you follow her on Instagram. I mean, you've probably got her her getting ready for her beach body or something like that.
I think we posted that one day.
Exactly.
We posted a picture about Kelsey Ballerini one day.
Hey, by the way, Clay from down on 38 says Jason Aldean's house is for sale on 38. Dunaway, you ought to buy it.
Really?
Yeah.
That was the picture we posted on the air.
Yeah.
Hey, that's got a Jaws-like feel to it.
It does.
Yeah.
She's out on the end of that boat. Not a lot to her there from the side angle.
Nope.
Not breaking any wind right now.
Nope.
Cutting any wind right there.
Breaking any wind?
Not cutting any wind.
Is Snoop your favorite all time? No. Tupac.
Tupac.
Yeah. God rest his soul. What about somebody that's alive?
Somebody that is alive. I'm an Ice Cube guy. I do like Snoop. I like Dre. But I mean, if we're just talking overall music, I mean, I've got my Metallica socks on. First LP, Kill 'Em All.
Yeah.
Metallica or Led Zeppelin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chad says.
And you heard me do Ice Cube last night.
I did. I've heard Lance do Ice Cube. Did it last night.
Did 2 raps last night, Dunaway.
Did you?
I got a good ovation for the second one. Got a little caught up on the first one.
Not the first one.
Chad says, did you guys ever do Hoop It Up back in the day? Lance, I know you did, right?
I did, yeah.
Hoop It Up. Do you have a good Hoop It Up story?
You know
how I remember you did it? Because I think when James Spann was in studio with us, didn't you say like he spoke? He like gave his testimony
He did.
something? Yeah, I remember you bringing that up.
Talked about his father was an alcoholic. It was really eye-opening. It was
his dad checked out on it.
He was emotional. It was really well done. I'm not surprised. I mean, Spann's professional. But yeah, so we did partake in that, and I went out and I got a ringer, Joe Ross Merritt, who played for Jimmy Tillett at Sanford. Yeah, man. And I mean, we played some legitimate teams, but Joe Ross, I mean, he could hang with all these guys.
How deep did you go?
Elite Eight? I think we won a couple of games. I don't know if we went that deep. Yeah, we hung around for the afternoon. I think we played 5 or 6. I could not hit a perimeter shot. I had good open looks. And, those goals, it's beneficial the lower the goal is because, the taller you are with the eye level, the better shot you are. So most of those goals were about 9-10, I think.
Right.
So I had really good looks, and in warm-ups I was really good, but I couldn't hit a shot. If I would have hit some shots, we would have done okay.
You'd still be playing.
I
played in a celebrity game at Hoop It Up one time in Birmingham, and then you did some things for them like starting and presentations and stuff. That's it.
You were the announcer basically.
Yeah.
Jeff says, "What's the basketball game behind us?" That is Wichita. Who are they playing?
They're playing Memphis.
Yeah,
39-37. Wichita, minute 17 to go with the first.
Did you give this one out?
I did not.
Yeah.
I took a look at Memphis.
Who was the lock tonight?
I don't think. I'll tell you right now.
I was all over Illinois, by the way.
How did things go with our boy Steve at the studio?
Oh, very good. Very
Okay,
good.
good.
Yeah, we're heading the right direction.
He's coming out next week, and he has figured out we're doing Apple TV for all of my TVs. I'm getting rid of DirecTV.
All right.
And then I'm going to do a universal remote for everything in the house instead of just downstairs because I can't carry around multiple remotes.
What a night, huh? What a day.
So
Landmine Believer says Jay Rojas couldn't dribble at Alabama, and he's got 20 points the first half for Wichita.
different competition, right?
I guess so. I guess he learned how to dribble.
So Illinois was a free play.
Oh, Illinois was your free play?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I didn't even know that. That was
You brought that up in the show.
yeah. I liked Illinois tonight a lot.
Cocaine Bear. By the way, the reviews just came out on Rotten Tomatoes.
I'm
And this, I'll let y'all guess.
gonna say
Critic. This is Critic.
Yeah, this critics.
Oh, this is Critics 34%.
Let me see how many reviews there's been.
It's 34% is pretty low, right?
Critic. I'm going to say
Damn, there's already been 86 reviews on
but
this
that's
movie.
only Critics, right?
54
72%.
from
I'll
the
take
critic.
it. This is about where I
surprising.
thought I would have
Wow.
said 78%. I've got a sneaky feeling this is going to be a really entertaining movie.
I think Monday, our best of the weekend, is going to be Cocaine Bear from Lance.
He's going to talk about it
Yeah.
so much. My ass is going to end up in there.
You're going to
again.
go with
Oh
it.
yeah,
Cocaine
you'll
Bear
go
this
see it.
weekend.
Let's see that ratty theater by us, the Rave. Half the time they got popcorn all over and stuff.
You know what what bugs me
Shout out
is,
to our great sponsors.
what bugs me is they don't have the caramel popcorn enough. Like the caramel thing's empty. That's the one I want's the caramel. They got all kinds of butter. They don't have caramel. Now Rockstar's that one he went to sounds lazy as crap.
But if it
I
gives
gotta-
you fresh popcorn, that's great,
Do
man.
you really think it's fresh coming out of some sort of machine?
No, but Rockstar seemed to like it.
I bet you it's
Good enough for Rockstar.
Good enough for you. LT. Oh, well, first of all, Dunaway, or no, LT. Charlie says there's a great documentary on Charlie Pride. His life is amazing. Do you know much about his life, Dunaway?
He at one point was a Birmingham Black Baron. Actually played baseball in Birmingham.
Charlie Pride did?
Yeah, Jim or not.
That is not. He did not play baseball in
I
Birmingham.
think he did. I think he was a Birmingham Black Baron. Charlie
How
Pride.
is this
I
possible?
think he was teammates with Willie Mays.
Wow. I think you're lying.
I'm going to look it up.
There's only one showing of Cocaine Bear.
What time?
7:50.
That, my friend, is modern day theater.
Yep.
I can make it tonight, but
Oh, tonight. What, 7:50?
yeah. but
What about tomorrow
Kids
night?
want to go. Yeah, I'm going to go tomorrow or
Yeah.
Saturday.
LT, Michael says he's about to partake in some Four Roses by a fire. My gosh, Michael, it's
Oh.
80 degrees out. Why do you need a
It's
fire?
not 80 degrees.
It was today. It touched 80 today, Lance.
73.
So give me, I didn't watch Bama and Bourbon yet. Give me some Four Roses.
Oh, Four Roses is really good. So this was just a small batch, but I've had a variety of Four Roses. They make a really good bourbon. It's a fair price point. I'm jealous, Michael. I can't drink bourbon during the week. Things typically don't go well for these two when I do. But I am jealous, and I want to know how your dog's doing. I know your dog had kidney failure, and hopefully the dog's doing well.
Charlie Pride.
Chad says if LT takes an edible before the movie, the review does not count.
Yeah, no, Chad, I've said this before. I do not do edibles in public. I made the mistake of doing one a couple of weeks ago at a friend's birthday party because they were pushing them on everybody. I just, when I do my edibles, I like to stay at home.
Started playing baseball in his home state of Mississippi.
This is Charlie Pride.
In 1952, he pitched for the Memphis Red Sox.
The what?
Get choked up. Memphis Red Sox of the Negro American League. In 1953, he signed with the Boise Yankees, the Class C farm team of the New York Yankees. During that season, he had an injury that caused him to lose a little bit of what he called his mustard on his fastball. So he ended up
It's okay.
so emotional.
Jim loves minor league baseball.
Later on, he was with the Louisville Clippers. Eventually, he was traded to the Birmingham Black Barons.
How about that? Charlie Pride. What a life that guy lived. I bet Charlie's right. I bet that's a heck of a documentary.
Why do you think what they get in return for Charlie Pride? What the Birmingham Black Barons give up for Charlie Pride?
What did they give up?
Yep.
Bag of bats.
A team bus.
Damn.
Charlie Pride got traded for a team
pretty
bus.
strong.
That is not bad. I mean,
Yeah.
a bus
Yeah.
back then. That was a what year was that? Yeah, just give me a window.
Doesn't say a year. He started his career in 1952.
Yeah, so it was probably late 50s. How about that?
So I see Michael's response there. I
there?
have
Yeah.
small batch. Thanks, LT. Got blood work back from Auburn. He has got Addison's disease. It's manageable but expensive. Michael,
See,
it's well
Andrew.
worth it. It's
Yep.
well worth it.
The great Andrew Bone on 3 Sports.
Bye-bye, big man.
Andrew with his son. His son's waving bye to us.
Bye-bye.
I hate that for you,
Yeah, I do
Michael.
too.
But keep pushing.
Yep.
It's your best friend, man.
That's right. Andrew Bone, by the way, I just want to say. What were you about to say? Go ahead.
No.
Andrew Bone who covers recruiting and has done it for years for On3 Sports. As nice a guy as you'll ever meet. Now,
Nicest guy. Yeah.
I didn't meet him tonight. I've known Andrew for a very long time, but I hadn't seen him in a while until he showed up at Slice tonight. You will not meet a nicer person than Andrew Bowen.
Met his wife and his young son.
Oh, was that your first time in person? I mean,
No.
Oh,
That's what I'm
okay.
saying. I've known Andrew for years. I'm just saying I'd not seen him in a while tonight. I just wanted to, since we said goodbye to him,
Yeah,
tell
so
the audience if you
and
want a nice
he
guy.
married a couple of things about him. So Reed, who was our president day to day at Double Down Media. So I had moved away to college, but Reed was in middle school, grew up with Andrew's wife's brothers.
Okay.
Yeah, Spencer and Will. And so I knew Audrey, his wife, when legitimately she was 3 coming to the communal pool.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
And then a little bit later, I think at this point I was already married, but she was at the lake and she got bit by a water moccasin.
Oh, my
Shut
gosh.
up.
Yeah,
Wait,
I think she was in a wheelchair for a little bit. It was so bad.
so is
Because
that,
of the water mocks.
is that one of those where you've got like 2 hours to get to the hospital?
Yeah, I mean, water moccasin's got pretty good
Yeah,
poison to
yeah,
it,
yeah,
pretty
it
good
does.
bite.
Yeah, legit.
But yeah, I mean, it messed her up pretty bad. But she's completely fine now.
Beautiful baby, and got to grow up and be Mrs.
Now, would you
Bones.
guys want one of those stories to go through it to say after the
No,
fact? I wouldn't either.
I don't think so.
No.
We were up at Smith Lake. We used to have a family joint up there at Smith Lake back in the day. And we were up there, and my oldest daughter was standing on the dock, and my youngest daughter and my nieces and nephews were down in the water. And my oldest daughter goes, "Oh my God, a snake!" And I thought she was just screwing with them, but it was a moccasin on top of the water. And you have never in your life seen Jennifer Brown get kids out of a lake quicker than she did right there.
Well, do you know how
That
aggressive
shut
they
it,
are?
no, and that shut it down for the day. Jennifer was like, "I ain't going back in the water."
So my former father-in-law, he's got some man-built ponds on his compound out in
We're still talking moccasins.
Yeah,
we're
water
still-
moccasin.
in
Oh, yeah.
Marion. So he's in
Yeah.
Perry County. He's got a really cool setup. It's off the beaten path. It's one of those places I still think he'd let me in if we went off the grid. Probably, I'd at least try to get in there. But you know, they'll take a boat out in the middle of it, and moccasins are so aggressive they'll try to get in the boat.
They're the only snake that will if you don't bother them. You know, most people say if you don't bother a snake, it won't bother you.
Yeah, moccasin.
Moccasin is the only one that will come after you.
Well, think about it. If you're in the water, you're in their environment. Like any other snake, you kind of got to walk in the environment. If you're in the water, you're in the moccasin's environment.
My dad carried a pistoli back in the day.
That's
he-
hard to shoot a moccasin with a
Yeah,
pistol.
well, that's a moving target.
He
buddy.
dropped him on the second shot. We
Did
were,
he
we were
really?
in the Cahaba, and I didn't go fishing with him a lot because I was the son. He, regretted, I'm sure, that didn't grow up like him. But
the one with the seafoam green hat on right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, just put him in a dress
Yes.
already.
Yeah, he's not my son. Gil.
The one that
Little
shaves
Gil.
his balls.
Yes, exactly. Look at him. He's not my son. But they used to. I don't know. Help me out in the chat room. What kind of fishing it was? But we would be in a boat and we'd tie these lines.
Trot line?
We did trot lines too, but this
Yeah.
would tie to a limb. It was the same premise. It
Yeah,
would just
yeah, yeah.
bait it and it would drop down in the water, and we would just go down the Kaaba and have a bunch of lines dropping in the water, and then we'd go back up, and then we'd go down and check all the lines again, see if a fish was on them or not. And while we were doing that one day, and I think we may have been checking a trot line when that moccasin started coming at us, and Dad's like, try to get away from it, and then it's catching on us because it's the Kaaba, not a lot of water. And so he pulls out the pistoli, second shot.
Wow. Well, that's a pretty good shot. Lance is right because those things are slippery and skinny and they're moving.
It's amazing that we've had some really cool animals go borderline extinct. You know, the bald eagle was almost extinct for a while. American symbol. Why can't snakes go extinct? And people will talk about ecosystem. We'll find something to eat the rats.
You think so?
Yeah,
go
we can just
AI.
poison them.
We'll go AI, man. We'll
Artificial intelligence
yeah,
snake that won't bite you?
that's right. We'll do artificial intelligence.
No, if there was one animal seriously that you could get rid of forever, I think it would be the snake for me.
I mean, I think about snakes a lot. Like when I'm on the golf course and I hit a crappy shot, I rarely go look for my ball.
when
'cause
you
of-
squat to
because
pee
of
in the
snakes.
woods, right?
When I squat to pee in the woods. But like we're going hiking in April, and Maggie's like, "You're not going to be a wimp about snakes when we're hiking." And I was like, "We're in the
No.
desert. There's
Hey,
no
you know the
snakes." And
only-
she's like, "Are you kidding me?"
You
No,
know
they-
the only snake you got out there is a diamondback.
Yeah, but
it's the legit big rattle.
I was about to say, you know what that will do to you, right? Kevin said you were doing limb lines. Is that what it was called? Limb lines? He said he did it for years as a kid.
I don't know what I don't remember what it was called.
Well, D-Matt says best way to get a lunker is lining. That's what it's called. You're lining, limb line fishing. Everybody says you're limb line fishing. That way.
yeah, it was fun as a little kid. You know, especially if, you know, he'd pull on it. Nothing was there. He'd
Jim
pull
was,
on it. Nothing.
Jim was in the boat reading Red Book.
Yeah.
It was.
Well, I was in there.
Like Dad?
Probably sitting there dressing my Barbies.
If you have you ever seen how they catch gators like down in the Louisiana swamp? They'll do that. They'll like basically a limb line and they'll put rancid meat on it and just drop it down to the water. And those gators eat it and they hook them.
I got to pull this video for you guys.
Was it the one I talked about today?
Was it the guy that jumps off a wire?
Oh, This
was
is
it the man who jumped his motorcycle through the window?
I wish people could be in our office before the show. The most random videos. Like Lance always starts it. He's like, "Oh my God, y'all got to see this video. What is it, Lance?"
Triple decapitation.
This guy gets beheaded by a helicopter, and his head lands on another person, knocking them out. They fall into the plane. They get destroyed. Lance, I'll tell you what. I'll take that description right there. I'm not gonna see it. No, but today there was one I found where this woman is trying to feed this alligator, and I don't know what the environment is, Dunaway, but they're like in this glass container, and a bunch of kids are standing outside watching, like a fishbowl type situation.
Right.
And the gator clamps down on the woman's hand and pulls her into the little body of water there. And the kids are just standing there watching, and this gator's got her, and he's, then the gator starts to roll you, right? So this woman's just getting, basically mauled by this gator. Now, she didn't get mauled. They got her hand out. But, my God, how traumatizing is it to those kids?
Oh, it's horrible.
You don't ever forget that one.
I had to look around real quick. I thought we had Jimmy Dykes loading the plane, but it's something else. Something else is going on. They had some animation going on.
You thought Jimmy's jet was loading?
I thought Jimmy's jet was loading.
You're going to see if Bama still had a first-class ticket after
last
night?
It is so close. It's so awesome this year not to have to be worried about Alabama making the tournament or anything.
Now you got to worry about Auburn.
Yep, got to get Auburn in.
Man, I'm trying to find this video. It's amazing.
The Muckler asked Lance, edibles, ? Taking the semi-synthetic Delta, is that legal here?
Yeah. Delta 8s and Delta 9s. It is what we would call a gray area. But you can but you can go to your lake. I'll tell you, there's a CBD store that I go to out 280, and there is a local preacher that makes his own edibles, and they are amazing. Now, I will tell you this. I'll have a thought, and 10 seconds later, I don't know what that thought was. That's after about an hour and a half. But as long as you're on your couch, you're not operating heavy machinery, you're not in charge of kids.
That's why it should be only FDA approved. It should be legalized and heavily regulated and taxed.
And taxed?
Hey, look.
And taxed.
I mean, French fries are bad for you. Stress is bad for you. Probably, painting too much is probably bad for you. The fumes.
Those fumes.
Yeah. So, look, hey, we're all going to go some way. I enjoy my edibles. I don't have them a lot. I typically have once, maybe twice a week. A lot of it is to sleep. That's how I started during the pandemic. I was never a pothead in college. I smoked a couple of times. I've never done any drug in my life outside of weed, but I enjoy it. I do, and it should be legalized, in my opinion.
I think it will be at some point.
But if it was legalized, would you stop doing the synthetic stuff? You do the real stuff?
Well, okay. So, true admission, Saturday night, I got some of the real stuff when I was in Nashville. I don't know when it was, about a month ago. And so I smoked, but the roommate ended up having to hide the pipe because I'm one of those that if I start smoking, I can't stop smoking. Like if I take an edible, I'm good for the night.
Maggie and I hid the pipe this weekend too.
The old hash pipe.
I just enjoy just sitting around smoking, telling stories, listening to music.
Walked right into that, didn't I?
You did.
Oh, Maggie hit the pipe.
No, Dunaway's making a euphemism.
But you're right. He went straight to Maggie has the balls in the family.
I know. So
I agree with Kevin.
What Kevin say? It's a short time here. Do what you want else.
Yeah, and look, and I've seen like some of the kids that I've seen and how they've grown up being here at Slice tonight in Crestline Park. Time goes like that. We really get a millisecond on this planet, and that's why I think you should be nice to everybody. I think you should stay in your lane, treat people the right way, have a good time, do it the right way, and I think it would be a better world.
We try to do it that way.
No, we do.
At Double Down Media.
We really do.
Yeah.
And that's why we've got such a great thing going right now. With 10, we'll make it 11 with Tyler, employees. And we have a great time.
Part-time. He's part-time.
Okay.
Okay.
But we'll still call him an employee.
Yeah, I think he's happy.
I'm sure he's watching. I thought for a little.
I guarantee you he ain't watching.
He set up real quick and was cheering. Did LT just hire me?
All right, LT, tell them about Slice here as we're at the Crestline location. You've been, you were probably of the three of us, the first Slice customer.
Yeah,
We've all been longtime customers. You were
no,
the first one.
I'll never forget. I was at Lou's Pub across the street from the original Slice in Lakeview, and I was having a drink with Jeff Pajaya, and he said, "Look, over there, we're going to start my own pizza business," because he had 2 Domino's. And I've told you guys before, he taught me how to make a Domino's pizza, and I put too much sauce on it. He didn't like that.
You wanted to cover the whole thing, right?
I like a lot of sauce.
I know, but
yeah.
the way they do it, I don't know why they leave a lot of crust on it, but it works out.
Yeah, because that's
it cooks and spreads.
Yeah.
It will. But he was telling me, he was like, I'm putting a place across. It's going to be called Slice. We're going to serve pizza. And in my mind, it was one of those, okay, Lakeview, Innisfree. People will come there late night. They'll grab a slice of pizza. I had no idea the concept that they were going for. And once I saw it, I was like, my God. I told him immediately, I was like, you need to take this to every college town in America.
Yeah.
Because it is an absolute hit. And they did it the right way.
Hand me the menu.
It was a slow grow.
Yeah.
And they went from that location to Vestavia. It took about 6-7 years.
But his
Vestavia.
recipe for crust
is really good.
Is what it is, because the crust is good. But probably what helped him the most is that when I heard about the concept, I was like, no chance it works. No chance.
Really?
It works. Yeah, because I just felt like everybody was buying really bad, to-go pizzas.
Well, but here's the thing, Lance. I mean, all right, this is Taylor's little cousin
real
right
quick.
here.
Yeah.
This is Lincoln. He's not.
He's going Heisman me.
Oh,
I have voted this kid the cutest kid in America.
There's not a cuter kid than Taylor's little
Lincoln. What up?
Look, Lincoln.
Taylor's little cousin Lincoln.
He's actually
look at that smile.
He's pushing me away because he loves Taylor so much.
Look at that smile.
This child is Taylor's cousin and loves Taylor to no end.
Where's Tay Tay?
Can you give me a bump?
Where's Tay Tay? Is that Tay Tay?
I'll tell you how chill he is. He slept through the Beer Olympics up by my pool, which is pretty amazing.
Did you get new shoes?
There's a lot of chaos going on.
Show me your new shoes. Where's your new shoes?
Yeah, it shows me he's got some pretty deep sleep if he can make it through your Olympics.
I love their little hands. Look at his little hands.
He's a good-looking kid.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Cute kid.
So back to the Bajayas. So they created this concept, went from Lakeview to Vestavia to Montevallo. Now they opened here last month. Thank you. And the late Jeff, just an incredible guy, unfortunately diagnosed with cancer about 6 years ago, battled his ass off, and unfortunately passed away last December of 2021.
But as a tease on the show tomorrow, there's a second part of that story I want us to do tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll wait for it.
Yeah, let's do that.
I'll wait for it. And it is, you guys know it's hard for me to come to tears.
Yeah. I'm about,
and I don't make it up. When I first saw this, I actually, and I had the conversation tonight, I actually came to tears.
I did.
Everybody says I have a heart of stone, which maybe I do.
You don't. I'll mess with you about that. But, I mean, look at me. Just you talking about it, I saw it happen. Just you talking about it has got me misty.
Yeah, pretty awesome.
The thing that's so cool about this place is not just the crust. The crust is really good, but the unique pieces they have. Like my favorite is the soul pie. It's a white sauce, garlic, turnip greens, Parmesan cheese blend, Kaneka sausage, bacon. I get it without the grilled red onion, cheddar cheese, and black eyed peas. Now, where else you going to find that?
I almost ordered that tonight. So you guys went with the hot mama because you'd never had it.
That's right. That's the Calabrian peppers, the soppressa, the salami, the fresh mozzarella, the basil, the oregano, assaggio, and Mike's hot honey.
Woo. So did you like it?
Loved it. Phenomenal. First time I'd had that.
So is that the first time I've ever recommended something that you actually ended up watching?
You were the first to tell me about it.
Yep.
You know, your daughter works at Slice, so you're in there a lot more than we are.
Well, she told me, she's like, we got a new Pizza Hot Mama that you're going to love.
I try to get by every couple of weeks, but when I first tried it again, after I had 2 pieces, it got a little too hot for me.
It's got some kick.
But I had one tonight, and then Wing and a Prayer is what I ordered instead of soul pie.
All right, so where's
Wing and a Prayer is right there.
Oh, thank you, Lance. Buffalo sauce, Parmesan, cheese blend, chicken, bacon, grilled red onion, tomatoes, blue cheese crumble, green onion, and ranch dressing. So good, too. They're all good. They have got a massive menu here at Slice. So this is the Crestline location, Lakeview, Vestavia, Montevallo. You can go to any of those and always support our friends at Bud Light. Show them the Bud Light there, Jimmy D.
It's going to be this one right here.
Yeah, we've got specials on the Bud Light bottles. Come join us. This place is open. It's a really cool place. It's more of a neighborhood bar. And I just see all of the Slice families out tonight. But if you can't get to this location, Brown mentioned 3 other locations, but we're going to be hanging out for a little bit. I'm excited about it. I wish it was Friday.
I do too. It is almost Friday. We're almost there.
I do too.
Yeah. Let's just take off tomorrow.
You would not have to twist my arm. All right, that's going to do it for Bud Light Game Night. Thank you, Bud Light. Thank you, Slice Crestline. Thanks, all of you. Give us a thumbs up. Share us wherever you are watching us on social media. Make sure you have liked and subscribed and set your alerts on YouTube. We will see you tomorrow.
Next round.store. Next
round dot store to get Dunaway. Somebody said that hat's perfect for 38.
It is.
This is the
That's why I
38
got
hat.
it for the spring and summer.
Yep.
The black one right here, LT has been told by several people come by, our best looking hat. I've heard people
It's a
say
good
that.
looking hat. I agree. I got the shirt. You can get shirts just like these. All right. Next round dot store. We'll see you tomorrow.